What's up, Amasian people? My name is Campea, one half of Team Amasian, and joining me to my right is the other half of Team Amasian, Miss Kaori Takee.
Hello, everybody. I have a special guest. Well, we do. A little Wakame over here. She says, "What's up?
What up?" Here to steal the spotlight from Team Amasian once again. And thank you for joining us for this edition of Speak Nerdy to Me for the week of September 21st. We are lucky to have Wakame with us today.
Yes.
And we're excited to share some of our favorite headlines of this week. So let's just get right into it then.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So first things first, movie in the world of movie news, we have the box office numbers. So this weekend we had Maze Runner, which topped the box office, debuting at $32.5 million. It actually beat Walk Among the Tombstones, which stars Liam Neeson.
That's what
a little surprising.
Mm-hmm.
A little surprising. And it also beat that, I think it's a drama or maybe a romantic drama. I don't know what it is. This is Where I Leave You with all those actors in it.
Yeah,
I think Adam Driver's in there, right?
That's the dramedy, I think, with Tina Fey and Jason Bateman. And they're a family stuck in a house for a week with Jane Fonda.
Thank you. And that movie, see, where one falls, the other one picks us back always. Up. That movie made $13.1 million, which wasn't that much, but again, it's a dramedy, so I didn't expect it to make that much money in the first place. So any surprises in terms of the box office numbers for this week? You
know, I'm actually surprised that Liam Neeson's movie did as good as it did. I'm a huge fan of Liam Neeson, obviously, and I will follow him all the way, and I'll watch any movie only because Liam Neeson's in it.
Yeah.
But I was surprised that it, because it didn't do much publicity at all. I still don't know what it's about.
No, that's true. I think out of all the three movies, Maze Runner was the one I saw the most marketing for. Yeah. So I'm actually interested in seeing that. I haven't seen it yet.
Me too.
I have heard that it's pretty good, and it's based off of a novel. Mm-hmm. So if any of you have read the book and have seen the movie, let us know if you think that it was a good adaptation of that. But the good news is that if you are a fan of Maze Runner, they are going to bring a sequel back.
Yeah, I mean, I think isn't it kind of like in the same vein as The Hunger Games and Divergent? So
for sure.
Obviously, they're going to keep that going. So that's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. And it has that kid from Game of Thrones that like never ages.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Who passed away in Game of Thrones. I know.
I'm sorry. Every time I think of Game of Thrones, it's that damn South Park song.
Which one?
The one where they do the spoof with George R.R. Martin, and they go to his house and he's like doing that orchestra and it's like wiener, 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 wiener. Every time. It never fails. I always think of that. Okay, so let's move on before I start singing the rest of that song, which would not be good for you guys.
No, sing it.
So on to more movie news. Bryan Singer has signed on to direct. It is official that he is directing XMen Apocalypse. I know that a lot of people were speculating that he would come back, but it wasn't officially made until I believe this week. Fox will release the film on May 27th, 2016. Corey, what do you think about this news?
I think it's a great idea. Like a lot of the titles that Bryan Singer gets behind ends up doing pretty well, and obviously, X-Men, it's a huge franchise, and for Bryan Singer to be part of it, I think it gets everyone excited.
No, I totally agree. And I think he's handled the last two very well, so I'm really excited to see him back again. Mm-hmm. I think that maybe Fox was waiting for the lawsuit to kind of die down, the news of the lawsuit with the sexual abuse and stuff, and I think and then they pulled the lawsuit anyway, so really it's not news anymore. It's not relevant.
And we're not really like judging him for his personal life. We're just judging him. I hate the word judging, but he's a very talented director.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad to see him on board.
But we've seen that lately though, right? Like for example, what just happened recently with all the child abuse stuff that's happening in the NFL.
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
I know that I think it was CBS or one of the studios decided to move Rihanna performing at one of the football games because they didn't want her performing and people to start thinking about how she was abused by her partner. And it's just interesting the way that these studios have to kind of, like you said, we try to ignore the personal lives of these people, but they have to at some point understand that people are looking at that type of stuff too.
It gets crazy.
It sucks. I would hate to be a marketing person.
This is a little off topic, but we're talking about like abuse and stuff. But did you see the headlines about Sarah Hyland today?
No. Tell us about that.
Sarah Hyland, who is the actress in Modern Family, the older sister.
Yeah.
She filed a temporary restraining order on her ex-boyfriend because basically he came out of rehab, and the rehab facility called her and said, if we were you, we would hire, get a temporary restraining order because the way he talks about you and stuff. But she filed it, and there's a crazy, like, accusations. I mean, I don't know what else to call it, but he basically like choked her where she almost couldn't breathe. Like he beat her up. He threatened to like kill her dog. Like crazy stuff. 4 years of this stuff, and now it's finally released that she was dealing with abuse in the relationship. So this is bonkers.
I know. I mean, sorry to go off topic, but that's insane.
I just wanted people to know like this is happening a lot more than we think. You know.
And to people that we kind of either look up to or in regard in a light. That's sad. I'm a fan of hers as well. So I hope that she gets the help that she needs. And anyways, it's before we downward spiral into that topic. We're going back. I am excited also because XMen Apocalypse is supposed to be more of an action film set in the 80s, so we might see a lot more actors coming in, not just the people that we fell in love with J Law and McAvoy and all of them, but as well as some other people that might be cast as their younger selves. So that's going to be cool.
And you know how I felt about the last X-Men? I know a lot of people love Days of Future Past, but I was not a huge fan.
Right.
And I don't know if it was because of all the hype that by the time I saw it, I was kind of anti-shocked. But you're telling me that there's going to be more action in Apocalypse, and that really amps me up because that's really what I like to see. I think we've got enough backstory to really elevate more of the action level in the future movies. So so
I
want to see more of that.
Let's move on to the next piece of movie news. And I just realized, and you guys can tell that I am no expert at hosting and switching at the same time. I have not been bringing up the graphics.
Oh, that's okay.
You guys know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is the graphic team Amasian right here.
Yes. So on to the next piece of movie news: Suicide Squad movie.
I didn't even notice either.
I know, right? I'm calling myself out on that.
Yeah, that.
Sorry, guys.
You're a toughest
dropping
critic.
the ball. All right. So next piece of movie news is that there is going to be a Suicide Squad movie. Now, I know this was announced last week, but I think it's pretty fitting that you and I talk about it, just considering that we follow Arrow, and in this season of Arrow, we saw Suicide Squad. So it is kind of cool that WB is pursuing this. I mean, what do you think about it?
I think it's a great idea. I hope they don't trash it, but usually... Honestly, WB does a great job with their movies. They really do. I'm not too worried about it. I'm excited to probably see Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
So let's see who they start casting, and let's do it.
Yeah. And which version of the Suicide Squad are they going to take? I mean, they can actually take liberties in creating their own Suicide Squad, or they can go off of what the comics have. I mean, there's just so many possibilities, so many characters that they can play around with, and I think that WB knows that there is a future for the DC world in film, and so they're investing a lot of money and time, and I really hope they get it right, like Marvel's been getting it right.
Well, WB's totally got the DC world.
Yes.
So, and that's the thing, like they don't come out as frequently as Marvel movies, but when they come out, they're usually phenomenal.
Yeah, and they've got their line of movies planned out to 2020.
Yeah.
So even further than what Marvel, I think, has released, because I think Marvel's only released their schedule up to like 18 or something. I don't know.
But to be fair, Marvel has so many more movies on deck in such a short time, where I think true. DC... I'm not saying that Marvel doesn't try to perfect their film, because obviously they do, but it's just a difference in, I think, being meticulous with their films.
Yeah, and we'll see. I think a lot is relying on that Batman Superman film. I mean, Man of Steel was okay. But this
Don't say
this
that to John Campea.
This one coming out, though, I think everyone's eyes are going to be on that.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, honestly, when I first heard that Ben Affleck was billed to be Batman, I wasn't too happy about that. But it's coming out good. Obviously, we know he's a great actor, generally.
Yeah.
But you know, he looks like he'll be doing okay.
Yeah.
So I'm getting hopeful.
So am I. I'm excited. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to movie releases for this week. Because there are a few, and I know we talked about them, but I just want to see what your thoughts are on the ones that are coming out this week. So we have, I think, Equalizer and the Boxtrolls, which are the two that I've highlighted. I think there are more, but these are the two that I'm actually looking forward to. I mean, what do you think in terms of the ones? Are you going to see any of these?
Definitely Equalizer.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington, obviously the director of Training Day, is back with Denzel Washington for the Equalizer, which is hella exciting. Antoine Fuqua, who's going to be on AMC, so go check that out. And then we have Boxtrolls, which actually all they advertise is that they're box trolls. And I guess there might be a backstory, but I'm not in that world.
Speaking of backstory, I have it for you guys.
Please.
If you were just wondering. It's a young orphan boy raised by underground cave-dwelling trash collectors who tries to save his friends from an evil exterminator. It's based on a children's novel, Here Be Monsters by Alan Snow. Here Be Monsters.
Okay.
I'm actually looking forward to this only because I'm a big fan of the animation studio that's behind it, Laika.
Okay.
Which did Paranorman, which I recently watched again, which is amazing if you haven't seen it. Great heart in that story. And it just looks amazing. And Coraline.
Okay.
Which is also a really good looking film. Both are that like kind of computer generated stop motion.
Yeah.
So just knowing how much effort goes into creating the individual characters and then moving them increment by increment and taking those shots, like that I have to respect. So I do support that studio, so I'm looking forward to that film.
Okay.
Even though we don't know, Corey's right, we don't know much about it. I mean, I think I've only seen one trailer and not heavily advertised at all, and no real name. I mean, Ben Kingsley is the main voice.
He's huge, but
really just not enough kind of oomph.
Yeah, and I'm just curious, is it a generational thing? Maybe children know about it more. The animation, I can appreciate it. Like you said, they put a lot of work and it's unique, but it does kind of creep me out a little bit, that kind of animation.
Oh, really?
A little bit. I don't know why. I get creeped out with
I can totally see that. I can totally see why.
It's kind of like Tim Burton creeps me out a bit, you know?
Yeah,
that
for sure. Well, I think I'm going to see it tomorrow night, so I'll let you guys know next week if it's any good.
Okay.
And you guys let us know if you see any of the movies out this week as well and what you thought.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to the world of TV because there was a lot of freaking TV this week. What did we have that just debuted on Monday alone? I'm just going to name some of these off. Gotham. Downton Abbey, which debuted in the UK. The Blacklist, Sleepy Hollow, The Voice. I know that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. debuted yesterday, I believe. And then we have Modern Family this week.
Oh my gosh, so many things.
What else?
Blackish.
Blackish. Everything. There's so much TV this week. It's insane.
I don't know how to keep up with anything. I'm serious.
I had to set aside my Monday and Tuesday evenings just to kind of see the ones that I wanted to see. I still have The Voice that I need to see. Sleepy Hollow I haven't, but I saw Gotham, I saw Downton Abbey, I saw not Sleepy Hollow, The Blacklist.
Yeah.
Did you catch any TV this week?
I have not been able to catch any TV this week. I'm a Bad News Bears.
Oh, it's hard.
It's
hard. I don't blame you.
You know, it's kind of funny because everyone's been hyping Gotham so much. That I'm like, let me just watch it on my own terms, you know. I'm actually looking, and I tweeted this out. I'm actually looking forward to Arkham City or the video game Arkham than Gotham more. So I've been, looking more into that.
Yeah.
I'm just not so hyped about it. I want to see the reviews come in first, and then then eventually give it a go. So probably this weekend I'll probably do some binge watching.
Yeah, I mean, and you guys might be binge watchers too. So I mean, I did take some notes in terms of what I thought of the TV shows I did see so far. So many people have been tweeting, Facebook messaging us about Gotham.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes.
You guys are amped, or you guys just really want to know what we thought of the show?
Yeah. And we'll tell you. Well, I'll tell you, but she can tell you now, and I'll tell you later.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, for me, I thought it was a bit disjointed. I thought the villains were too campy.
Really? Okay.
Too campy. I could see where they were going with it, like that, but to me, it felt like they were trying too hard with the story and with the acting.
How do you think Jada Pinkett Smith did? Because I was very excited about her. Really? Ooh, Jada Pinkett, come over. I'm just kidding. Maybe
too much. And maybe that's the feel I got from all of the actors.
Okay.
All of them.
Ben McKenzie as well.
Everybody.
Wow. Okay.
It's almost the gut feeling I had when I saw the first episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Where I was like, oh, shit. But not as bad. So I think I'm going to give this at least an episode. I'm going to give it a few more episodes.
Yeah, you should.
I do appreciate that they tried to give it that comic book feel, but there were some elements that threw me off. I mean, tell me if you guys caught this right at the beginning when he steals that jug of milk and he pours, or no, the Catwoman steals the jug of milk and she pours it for the cat and it's half empty already. And he just stole it from the store, like, or from the lady that just bought it from the store.
Maybe
that really threw me off. That really threw me off. And then just like elements that didn't connect, like they are unsure of the time period that they're doing the show in.
Okay.
That was really apparent for me. Like they had cell phones, yet they had some really old school gadgets in the background. So I was like, where are we?
This campiness.
So yeah, just see it and let me know what you think.
Now it's funny. You're talking. It's kind of campy. I'm like, I need to go watch it right now.
I mean, I can adjust to a level of campiness, but I think it was just I don't know. It just was disjointed. And
okay,
let's see. Maybe I need to watch it again. You guys let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Corey will let us know what she thinks next week. Blacklist was amazing. If you guys saw that, James Spader, enough said. He's amazing. He carries that show. I think out of all the things that I watched this week, that was my favorite so far.
Over Downton?
Over Downton.
Okay.
I just love Downton though.
I hate
Downton. Even saying that. Love it. Blacklist was better. But did you see Downton?
No,
oh no, you didn't.
I haven't watched anything. But I know, like Ants the Pans. I know.
It's so good. I might just make you watch it after this.
Oh my gosh, I would be like, all right. And Walker may be like, yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. She wants to, make friends with. What's their dog's name? I can't even remember. Their dog is so cute.
The little golden.
Yeah.
Not the golden, the Labrador.
Yeah. He or she is still in the show. You should be happy to know that.
A good show. Downton Abbey is so good. I can't wait. Like every time they release it out in the UK, I'm like, why is it not in the US yet?
I know. We can't get everything we want out here though, I guess. But you can, because you can find it online, people.
And all the actors are so good in that show, and every time they're nominated for an Emmy, I'm always thinking, man, at least one of them deserves a win.
I know.
At least one of them deserves a win.
You know who I am noticing is probably my favorite in terms of acting ability is Lord Grantham's wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know. She just kind of brings that, like, a pleasant, like, kind of heartwarming presence about her every time she's in a scene.
Because she's American?
I think so. No, I'm just kidding.
I like Mr. Carson.
She has no accent.
Mr. Carson.
Mr. Carson. I mean, it's much of the same. I mean, like, they're kind of picking up where they left off last season. So you saw last season, right?
Yeah.
And the only thing I'm wondering is, do you find Lord Gillingham attractive? Do you remember him?
Is he the redhead? Oh.
Because remember, Mary was kind of in that love triangle last season.
Yes, I remember.
And then there was kind of like the Richie guy, and then the other guy that was a little more homey, and he asked her to marry him.
That's one. I remember this, and that's the one thing I always had a problem with in Downton Abbey. And I'm, man, maybe we have Downton Abbey after show.
we might want to.
We might. But I always feel that Mary always gets all the men.
Of course.
It's like she's like the Kelly Kapowski. And I'm like,
who wants to be with Edith? Okay, I'm sorry. Who wants to be with Edith? And Sybil is gone. Rest in peace.
Yeah, but Edith's got her own issues.
I know. Yes, you have to see it. She starts and ends this episode.
I say this now. Oh, we have to watch it. I say this now, Edith. In a couple seasons down the road, she's gonna find out she's not related to them or something. Cause
she is the Meg.
She's the Meg.
She's the Meg of Downton. Okay,
Yes.
if you guys watch Family Guy, you'll know that reference. So I'm gonna make this girl watch it after this, and you guys let us know if you follow it. We might have to do a Downton after show just because we love it so much.
We do.
Even if it's just you and I watching our after show, we will probably do it.
We'll just tape us reacting to it.
Oh my god, that would be so good with Wakame, of course. Okay, so let's move on to other TV news. A lot of TV shows celebrated their anniversary this week. Insane amount, right? Like I sent you this list, and I was like, whoa. And I think there was even more, but these were the more popular of them.
Yeah.
Lost, Friends, ER, Veronica Mars. Let's see. I think it's Lost and Veronica Mars, which turned 10 this week.
Crazy.
And then what else?
And then you had Friends and ER that turned 20.
20.
Yeah. Hello.
20.
I wasn't born then, so I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
Good to know you can't drink yet. No, I'm just kidding. That's insane. When I was looking at the amount of time that has passed since that show has been on.
I know, it's unreal. Friends is honestly one of the shows that there's no other show like it, and there'll never be another show like it. And you can try to copy it and mimic it, but there just won't be
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It was the chemistry of the cast, I have to say.
Yeah, all the jokes were funny and they were real, and the story, every single episode is solid.
Yeah.
You know, it really made its mark in the TV world. I feel that way about Married with Children too.
Oh yeah, that's such a good. How old is that show?
That show started in 1987.
You probably started watching when you were 2 or something, right?
I wasn't born.
You didn't even know what was going on yet. I Lost. Wow.
Lost is good.
Veronica Mars, ER. That's crazy.
I mean, Lost. I followed that for a while, but then it got kind of bonkers. And now the creators and writers of Lost, now they do Once Upon a Time. And the reason why I watch Once Upon a Time is because I love fairy tales, but it also has that Lost feeling where it's like, whoa, where's the backstory going?
Right.
So, I mean, I highly recommend Once Upon a Time for you folks if you want to get some Lost feel in you.
And are you still doing the after show for that one?
No.
Okay,
we'll see.
let's skip it.
On Sunday.
Skip that question. So and I was reading the article that they had, I think, and they said that September 22nd is a really lucky date for these TV shows to premiere. So considering all the shows that we just talked about that premiered on Monday, there's a good chance that one out of those shows will actually have the longevity of a Lost or a ER or a Friends or something. So will it be Gotham? Will it be Blacklist? I don't know.
Blacklist, does that even count?
I really hope it's Downton.
Yeah. Oh, it better be Downton.
I will fully support, give them all my money to keep going forever on that show.
So smart. I know, right? I'm like, can you just be all year round? Just do it.
I know. Oh. Okay, we're going to do Downton. I have so much to say about that show.
Yeah, I know, me too.
All right, so let's move on to the last piece. Or actually, we have 2 more pieces of TV news to go. Supergirl. CBS is going to have a Supergirl show. Surprisingly, CBS. Wow. Let's pull up the graphic before I forget. There we are. Supergirl. Looking all hot. I don't think they've cast. I mean, they're so early in on just announcing this news, but CBS
it might not even go through. You know?
I know.
They do that a lot. They had Amazon for Wonder Woman, and they were getting us all hyped for CW, and then all of a sudden it just kind of disappeared and went underneath. I think that's why initially when they said, "Oh, we're going to work on a Flash pilot," we kept saying, "Hey, like they're talking about a pilot."
Yes,
you know,
it has not been greenlit for a series, but now it has.
Yes. So that being said,
absolutely right.
Supergirl, great. That's exciting. Granted, she is not personally one of my favorite at all. It could be good. It could be like an underdog that, bam, all of a sudden, wow, this is an amazing thing. It depends who they cast. Depends who's behind it.
Yeah.
We don't know really many details about it.
Just the fact that CBS is now on the train was what surprised me about this piece of news, is that CBS is finally going to do a superhero series, and they're not really known for that.
No.
So, but I know Greg Berlanti's behind the show. He's going to probably executive produce like he does with Arrow and The Flash, so that should be good. The story, to me, because it says Superman's cousin from Krypton, the series will see Kara at 24 years old deciding to embrace her powers. It sounds a lot like Smallville.
Oh.
Except a little bit older.
And on CBS.
And on CBS. I mean, you know what's weird? I don't watch anything on CBS, do you?
No, but I love those like criminal shows. And I'm thinking, why am I not watching NCIS?
Yeah.
You know, I don't understand.
You should.
I know, right?
The heck?
Apparently, it's the highest rated TV show ever. I don't know who watches it. Apparently, I don't. But I know I would love it.
I think CBS holds like a lot of those. I think Big Bang Theory is like...
Oh, Big Bang is like top notch.
I know, and we don't watch any of that. So bad. I don't know why. Don't tell me. You guys, let us know if you guys watch stuff. Yeah. I want to know what age. Maybe it's like certain age range or something. So let's move on to the last piece of movie news, which is that they have casted for True Detective.
Which is awesome.
Season 2. Colin Farrell and Vince Vaughn.
Who'd you rather? Real quick. Who'd you rather, Anne, on the spot?
What is it? Bang or kill or something?
Okay, FML. So fuck, murder. Wait, fuck FML. What? But that's fuck my life. Sorry.
Oh god. I would bang Vince Vaughn and kill Colin Farrell. What about you?
I would bang Vince Vaughn and kill Colin Farrell. Well, look at that.
Oh.
I have a huge crush on Vince Vaughn. I don't care how creepy he looks at times. He was amazing in Swingers. Was it Swingers? Yes,
Swingers.
He was so hot.
He's great. I'm
he's
excited
funny,
for this.
And he always has that dry humor, which I think is hilarious. He's also one of the guys that I see him in a movie. The movie looks like it's going to be terrible, you know, but he's in there with one of the Wilson brothers. I'm like, I can't.
Always.
Yeah.
I mean, why is Owen Wilson not in True Detective season 2? You guys tell us why.
Because it would be like, all right, you don't want campiness, right? So
he can do serious, right?
I'm a little shocked about Colin Farrell.
Yeah,
though.
me too. That he's doing TV.
Yeah. What happened there?
I don't know, but I mean, you kind of decided early on in season 1 of True Detective that it wasn't for you. So are you looking forward to season 2? I'm
actually looking forward to watching season 1 when I have a chance to give another chance.
Nice.
So I want to do that before I get into True Detective season 2.
And honestly, so many people felt that way though. The same way you did.
And the great thing about it is, for someone who hasn't watched season 1, I think it's exciting that I don't feel that it's a necessity to watch season 1 because it's 2 different people starring in it. So you definitely know that there's a completely different storyline, and that's exciting. You know what I mean? Like,
yep. No, I totally feel you.
So I like that. It's different.
I think Vince Vaughn is going to do amazing.
Oh.
I actually was more excited to hear his name than Colin Farrell.
Me too. Well, because I love Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
I know you've met him, right?
Yes. Yes.
Just kidding.
Yes. In the room, Vince Vaughn, Chris Pratt, die.
Okay, you're getting everyone jealous
die.
Now. Okay.
He's very cool, very nice guy. And there's going to be a third officer or third person cast, and you have yet to know who that is.
Probably gonna be a chick.
I'm hoping it's a chick, actually.
I think it's gonna be a chick.
And I wonder who.
It's gonna be me, actually.
Oh, it's gonna be Wakame.
It's like time for the agent to come out and play. It's gonna be Wakame.
Yeah, it's gonna be Wakame.
She's gonna have like a little cop hat.
That's why she's been, out and about doing her thing. She wasn't telling you that she's been auditioning for the third role.
She landed it. We need diversity.
Yes. Do we know anything else? I don't think they've told us like where it's going to be set or anything.
There's not much.
Yeah, just the casting and that there's going to be 3 people. You guys let us know what you think.
Yes.
I'm very excited for that.
Do it. Should I watch season 1?
Watch season 1 from episode 4.
Okay. Now you keep saying that.
Yeah.
So I should.
Yes. Okay, so let's move on to our hate of the week.
Hate of the week.
And this actually hit us when we were going to get dinner one night. And I think I just randomly started saying,
because you were impressed with my tipping skills.
That's right.
I'm just kidding.
That's right. So our hate of the week actually has to do with eating out, and it has to do with tipping at a restaurant. So celebs or rich people who don't tip.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think?
I think anyone who doesn't tip, to be honest. I think that ultimately a lot of waiters and waitresses, the service, they work hard, and sometimes they're having a bad day, so you have to tip minimum 15%, just minimum. If they're not doing their job, which they always will be, because essentially they're always going to serve you at the bare minimum, just tip them 15%. It's so important.
I know. And then I think it just like...
It's the minimum wage. They pretty much get paid minimum wage, and they're living off their tips. Yeah, you know. And I'm sure they're not doing it as well, or maybe like your personality clash with the server, but like it's hard. It's hard.
And I take issue with the fact that we know these people have money. You know, they go in and they drop $25,000 on a dinner for them and their crew, and they can't even give the person $1. I mean, the fact that they even write anything on the tip line, a 0, the fact that they have made the effort to write the 0 on the tip line. Yeah. What an asshole. Like, all these people, like, I just don't get it. And the amount of effort it takes to serve all those people, I'm sure it's not only one person, but several of the waiters that have to wait on these people. And who knows what else is going on. Maybe they're being rude or whatever. And then they don't get a tip.
Yeah, I think that's just terrible.
And I actually, who was I listening to on the radio? Oh, Charlie Sheen.
He tips well, right?
He tips well. I actually just heard him on the radio talking about how there was somebody who didn't tip, another celebrity who didn't tip at a restaurant. I think it was an athlete. And he heard about it. And he actually contacted the restaurant and said, "Hey, can I give a tip?" And he actually sent over like $1,000 for the waiter who was serving that particular group because he felt for them.
Well, you know, Charlie Sheen may be a little loco, but he's very charitable.
He is.
His ALS Ice Bucket Challenge was a ALS money challenge. You know, he like dropped money. And that's kind of respectable and commendable, definitely. And I don't know if you heard the story about Charlize Theron, where she forgot to, she didn't have enough money, so she went and she came back and she tipped $100. Just like that, at an ice cream shop. Something small. You know?
Yeah, and I'm not saying, okay, you're a celebrity, throw your money around, or you have to give all your money to charity or whatever, but just be normal, you know?
Be normal. Exactly.
People work hard, and so do you, so share the wealth.
Yeah. We share the wealth.
Okay, so let's move on to our dating question of the week, because this also came about that same evening, I think.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to get into why, but...
the question of the week is, would you date someone with a bad reputation? And so, Corey, let's start with you on your thoughts on this.
I would like to say yes. And the truth is, I think it really depends on how much you are interested in the person. If you are just mildly interested and you hear something, I think you tend to believe what you want to believe. So if you don't feel like investing that amount of interest in that person, it'll turn you off, because that's kind of like what your mind's telling you, like, oh, I don't want to be dating this person anyway. But if you're like, all right, well, I hear this, but let me see for myself, you're interested. Yeah. And that's a positive thing. But on the same thing, you could be missing out on someone totally awesome, and reputation could always be false. And I never ever judge someone based on what I hear, you know, like, and you always end up having a good relationship with random people that even you didn't expect to have. So
yeah, I feel you on that one. I totally agree with what you just said.
You know,
I think for me, it's I give everyone the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, you have to. People are amazing. Everyone in this world has their own story, and whatever reputation you might hear, there's always two sides to one story. You know, and I think everyone deserves a chance. Everyone, no matter what, and you can just judge for yourself.
The only time I would make the exception is that, let's say you came to me and said, look, like, I've had such and such experience with somebody. I normally don't call people out on this stuff, but I think you should know. Like, coming from a reputable source, somebody that I trust, somebody that normally would not just talk crap about people, that's when I would kind of perk up and say, oh, okay, so maybe
but then
this person's not for me.
But, you know, at the end, I would also say, but see for yourself.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Like, yeah.
You live and you learn. But, yeah, I agree with everything you just said. Yeah. You guys let us know. Would you date somebody with a bad reputation?
Welcome is like, who cares? Love everybody.
Who cares? I'm in True Detective next season. Bitches.
Guess me on True Detective.
She's so cute. Right. So, Wakame, do you want to introduce our next topic? It's tech news.
She's like, okay. What is it?
Wakame, what do you think of the iPhone?
Well, Wakame thinks it's amazing and it's big, and I wasn't impressed with it at first, but everyone got all these iPhones, and now I just want an iPhone that's big, you know?
I think this thing would like dwarf her, the iPhone 6, 5.5 inches.
I think it's like as big as her. No, I'm just kidding.
So this week, or actually on Friday, Apple actually started selling the handset.
Yeah.
And so
someone dropped their handset.
Somebody dropped their handset. You saw that, right?
She's laughing at the
Yes, Wakame loved it. I think she kind of pushed the guy, and that's why he dropped it. Good job.
She's been everywhere.
Why do you think people go crazy over this? Because I was thinking, okay, it's out Friday. Why do people continue to stand in line and camp out when they know they can pre-order the phone?
You know what it... you make it sound like... You're such a jerk. You make it sound so awful.
Samsung, baby.
I think it's really we love being one of the first people to be able to give a piece of news. We love being the source of something, and because of that, essentially, a lot of people want to be one of the first people that have this information to spread out to people, and a lot of people think it's worth it to be in line and be the first.
Yeah.
For those reasons.
I mean, I get that when it comes to like a movie that I'm excited about. Yeah, maybe I'll spend a few hours in line or something.
Yeah.
But when it comes to tech and I know that it can just like show up at my door the next day, I'm like, why am I in line for this? But no, I understand what you're saying.
But it's being proud of what you did too. You know, we sit there and like, yeah, we waited at Disneyland for 2 hours for one ride. Look at us. We had the balls to do that.
And then you have the camaraderie too, like of the people that were in line with you, right?
Yes.
Like, oh, remember when we were in line and we ate chips for like 12 hours until the iPhone came out? Yeah, so I can understand what you're saying. But for me, I would not waste my time. Yeah. But what do you think about the iPhone? Are you going to pick one up? Because I know you still have your iPhone.
I have actually renewed my iPhone i5s in January, so I'm not in any quick need to get an iPhone 6. I am, however, wanting to get an iPad Air. Oh. So I would rather invest in that at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually hoping they would have some tablet news and stuff, but I think that will come with the next big Apple announcement.
By the way, Anne, there is a Sailor Moon game available on the Droid, and I keep wanting to tell you to download and play it because I can't play it.
Now it's on camera, so I'm going to remember. And I'm going to play it for that. You.
No, you honestly have like all the good games. You have that. You got the Five Nights at Freddy's you can play. I just have iPhone stuff.
Considering how many like Android tablets and stuff we have laying around here, I feel like perhaps you could borrow one to play these games.
All I have on my phone is a big Pomeranian.
What do I have on my phone? I have Groot.
Oh, see, I have this really fluffy Pomeranian.
Did you update your phone to iOS 8?
That's another thing that's really annoying, and it's funny. I don't know if you heard the stories about it. You have?
No, go ahead.
Every time you need to update your iPhone, you need to make sure that it has enough memory to update. And I encountered this problem before when I had to upgrade it to the 7 system software, and I had to pretty much delete a lot of my apps. I had to move my pictures over, and now I'm encountering the same problem. Oh, you need at least like, I don't know, a lot. You need more than half to like upload it, depending on the size of your phone, of course. Right. And I just haven't gotten around to like deleting my pictures.
Sounds like a little bit of work.
Yeah, and it's just a pain in the ass, honestly. Yeah. Do you guys have the same thing with the...
No. It automatically updates.
And you know what's funny? Because I had the Samsung Galaxy 2. So that was the last Samsung I had. And the reason why I stopped it was because out of nowhere one day it turned blue and it never turned on again. And that's why I was so turned off by the Samsung. And that's why I switched to the iPhone. But now I'm looking at it and thinking it has a lot more flexibility in some sense. And that's what the people at the stores will tell you. Like, look, the iPhone is essentially easier. It's user-friendly. I bought iPhones for my parents because it's easy.
Yeah. My mom and dad use them too.
Yeah, it's so easy for them. But in terms of flexibility and things you want to do, like you can play so many more video game mods on your Samsung than I can on my iPhone. I just kind of miss it sometimes.
Well, I'm not going to try to steer you one way or the other.
I'm not trying to talk shit about my iPhone.
But I will say, don't microwave your phone. I don't know if you heard that story this week.
No.
There was a wave hoax, if you guys heard about it. There was a rumor going around that if you updated your system, and the reason why I asked you if you updated to iOS 8 is because people who there was a rumor going around that if you put your phone in the microwave, that it would charge your phone in 30 seconds.
Oh, please.
And there are actually people who went and did it.
Oh,
and there are photos online of these people's phones that look like s'mores.
That's
like
terrible.
Marshmallows burnt to a crisp.
That's something I would have fell for. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, I'm so glad you didn't hear about it then.
I know.
And then there's also Bendgate, which is the other term that has happened.
I heard about that one.
You hear about that? With the skinny jeans and putting your iPhone 6 into your skinny jean back pocket and it coming out kind of like this.
Oh, we don't ever want that to happen in any kind of case, but
a little, a little, no.
That don't happen to the Amasians, all right? Dirty.
Bendgate. So let us know if you guys picked up the iPhone 6, if you guys are experiencing any of these issues, and please do not microwave your phone.
Yeah, take it from her.
Let's move on from tech to food, which is the oddest transition that we have to make in this show.
Okay.
This week, I saw an article about food that is in cones.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever tried the cones in Disneyland?
No, have you?
So good, yes.
You have? Tell us about it.
Tell us about it. Okay, so it's this cone, and it's in Cars Land because of the cones, right? And it's like a bread kind of thing, and then they put cheese, and then Fritos, and then chili, and then more cheese, and then Fritos on top.
What?
And it's so bomb.com.
Why have we not had this yet since we've been to Disneyland?
We can do it next time we go to Disneyland.
Yeah, that's happening very soon.
Because we have our dresses too.
We'll get to that next week. We will show a picture of our outfits for Disneyland. I like it. I like that Disney is doing it for the convenience. I actually asked John his thought on this today because we walked by that cone area. Oh, man. And he's like, that sounds disgusting. And I'm like, what?
I think John is going to like that.
I feel like he would eat that.
I think he would. I think he would.
And apparently the other picture that you pulled up, the pizza cone, or no, that's still Disneyland, right?
Yeah,
that's
the other picture. That's the one that you were talking about. Pull it back up.
Yeah.
That's the new one, the macaroni and cheese cone.
Oh, shit.
That's coming out.
I didn't know that like this cone stuff was really in on the East Coast.
Oh, is it?
Apparently in the East Coast, you guys.
I didn't know either.
There's pizza cones. There's dessert type cones. I mean, everything is in a cone. Maybe it came from Jersey. I don't know. Just because I feel like it would come from a place like that. The people I know over there.
Are they coneheads?
They are. The people that I know that have heard of this type of food are from that area. So I don't know if it originated there or what, but apparently we are the last to get these types of cone-shaped food.
Well, shoot. Well, we're going to get some.
We're gonna
in our own fans.
We always get food and we totally like outdo it right here. Like we go overboard and then it's gone in like a month.
Yeah.
All the crazes that come our way.
I still want to try that ramen burger.
I was just about to say that too.
Look at us.
Frozen cheesecake.
Frozen cheesecake.
Let's move on to video game news. And I believe, Corey, you pulled this one up, so I'm going to let you. Do you want to intro this topic?
Sure. Basically, Titan is no longer happening. Now, it was never completely going to happen for sure, but there was a lot of speculation. But now Blizzard has pretty much confirmed that there will not be an MMO for Titan.
What does that mean, though? Like, does that make fans of Blizzard nervous, or are they disappointed, or did they even care?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on the fan, and I'm not too disappointed about it. I think Blizzard will be just fine, and they have other games in the works, and they have such a huge following of World of Warcraft, and if you're not doing that here, everyone in Asia is doing it. Yeah. So it's okay.
Yeah.
They probably just didn't have time to perfect it. Take over. I'm getting over a cough.
As she handles that. I don't think it means anything either. I think that it just means that, like you said, maybe they don't have the time for it. They don't have the resourcing for it. Maybe it's not like they got to a certain level where they were about to launch the game and decided, oh, we're not going to do it anymore. This is just the project that I think maybe some people knew about, and it's just unfortunate for those 10 people that were looking forward to it. Yeah. So,
or everyone in Asia. No, I'm just
kidding. Or that.
We Asian, but in America. My voice is going away. Go.
Okay. So I'm going to move on to the next topic while she's choking over there. The next topic, of course, is Zac Efron, our favorite topic of the week. This week,
thank you.
Zac hosted a Twitter Q&A for his upcoming EDM movie, We Are Your Friends. If you guys follow him on Instagram, he is constantly posting pictures from set, kind of collaborating with some of our well-known DJs to really learn how to do DJ in the EDM world. So he's doing his research. But what's his name? Perez Hilton posted a picture of Zac Efron as he was doing this live Twitter Q&A. And there's Zac looking all like sweaty, like he just ran 5 miles. And with a cutoff shirt and his arms looking nice and muscular. So I thought that was pretty cool. Why were we not in that Twitter Q&A is what I'm wondering.
I don't know, man.
What the hell were we doing that day?
Eating frozen cheesecake. Probably.
We could have tweeted him all of our photo shoot photos.
Oh, God.
Until he responded.
You're like, you like Asia? Come on now.
Hashtag Vanessa Hudgens. Come on now.
He's so gorgeous.
I hope there's some transcript or something. I'm sure we can go on to his Twitter account and see what kinds of questions he was getting.
We'll just have to honestly tweet the shit out of him to take notice. Like, it'll be like, my Twitter name will be changed to like Kaori Efron.
Wait.
That sounds amazing. I'm like, wait, that sounds amazing.
Did I pull up? Oh, there we go.
Is that it?
No.
That's the wrong one.
No, but that's fine. He's sweaty and muscular in this one too.
It says Fit Perez.
It looks like he just came from the gym.
I know. Wow, he's so big now. Wow. All right. Let's
Amazing. What else? Make-A-Wish. Zac has raised over $150,000 is the last time I checked. He could probably be closing in or has already crossed $200,000 for Make-A-Wish Foundation. He's actually the winner. Don't they win his first car?
I
think. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so if you win this, you will actually get Zac's first car, and they will fly you to LA to meet him. And I have also donated a lot of money to enter myself in this raffle.
I know, and she put in me as, if you meet Zac, who would you want to bring? I'm like, oh, she's so sweet.
Yes, it has to be 2 of us. So you guys donate to Make-A-Wish Foundation. It's only as little as $10 to donate to this cause. There are so many prizes that are attached to it too. Zac is just doing so well, and Zac is one of them, and his car. And if any of y'all that watch us win, you better transfer that over to Team Amasian.
Or at least take a picture and hashtag Team Amasian.
Or let us know where you guys are having your lunch.
Yes.
And we will just be...
We'll like be in the dark, like...
with Wakame. I know. We will have Wakame kind of walk over, like, and he'll be like, oh, look at that dog, so cute. And then we'll be like, hey.
Wakame will be like, what up, I got this. I got you.
Yes. She will be our pawn. Thank you, Wakame, for joining us. So I think that will do it for our topics for this week. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate all of the support. Definitely follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Team Amasian. We have a website, teamamasian.com, where all our videos and audio-only versions are posted, photos and all that good stuff. And Kaori, where can people find you on social media?
And yes, and just a reminder, you guys can also email us at teamamasian@gmail.com if 140 characters is not enough for you and you don't want to bombard our Instagram. Anyway, so
Nice.
Wakame and I, well, you can follow us at KAORIOUS on Instagram as well as Twitter. We where can we follow you, Auntie Ann Pretzel?
And you can follow me, Auntie Ann, at Ann Campea. And follow the both of us, like I said, at Team Amasian. And thank you for chiming in on the Gmail. If you guys have any dating questions, if you have anything that you want us to maybe incorporate into our show, any topics that you want us to talk about, let us know. We do the show on a weekly basis, so we would love to get your thoughts. And like I said, thanks for your support, and we will see you guys next week.
Walkamay's making out with me.
And Wakamay will make out with Corey. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.